Hey viewers, welcome to another game with CasualProGamer. Today we're doing a game between QuanticHyuN, or Yoon, and MillDayshi from the Millennium Clan. And yeah, it is a Zerg versus Terran once again. This time it is, however, Heart of the Swarm. I believe the last... I don't remember. I cast a few like non-Heart of the Swarm games, and I don't really remember which one was which. So I know I did a lot of Stefano games because I like Stefano's playstyle. Plus he's just very good. So yeah, what's not to like, right? So we are going to see two high-level players, this time in Heart of the Swarm. And they are going to just, well, farm up for now. So just build up their resources, build up their worker counts, build up a little bit of supply, and scout around, obviously, because we are sending out some overlords. There's no SCV coming out, obviously, yet, because this is a 4-player map, so it's way more important to keep on track with what you're doing for yourself than to keep track of what your opponent is doing, because the chance of spotting them is 1 in 3, at the first base, and then 2 in 3 in the second base that you scout. So there's a reasonable chance that you won't see anything anyway, until the moment that you actually, well, meet them in battle. So it's better to have a bigger army up, or to have a good economy up, than to, well, waste your minerals on something like, well, just scouting around. And obviously it's not completely wasted. You do need to scout eventually. But yeah, as I said, the chances of scouting someone at the first base, which is really the only amount of scouting you want to do, is 1 in 3. So yeah, that's a very small chance. And you really don't want to actually get there. Or, well, have that. You want to have a reasonable economy first. And, well, obviously you only want to expend 1 SCV for building things. And that's exactly what he's doing. So he does have the full wall off here. It's not going to help against the Overlord, obviously. But this Overlord scouting in the wrong direction, as you can see. Well, we already saw that. So this one might actually get held off by the first Marine. And the first Marine is out. He is going to scout around with the... Oh, wow, 2 Marines out already. That is quite fast. Did not expect that to go that fast. But normally we see people defend over here because they know that, yeah, if the Overlord was coming from over here, you can post 1 Marine over here somewhere. And if he's coming from over here, where he is coming from, then you should post 1 over here so that he doesn't have the scouting information. And obviously this would be an even better position. Or, well, no, in this base, I think you wouldn't be able to see this. So that's not so good. But anyhow, we will see the Overlord scout in here. And I wonder if he's going to be spotted. Oh, it doesn't matter. The SCV already found the base. Never mind. I wasn't paying attention to the base, but I don't think he actually saw the Overlord. So he's not going to be able to snipe that at all. The SCV got attacked a little bit. It still has 10 hit points left. And the 10 hit points will be enough to keep it alive, obviously. And the 2 Marines coming in to save it. Well, the 1 circling over here, just to see what's going on in the middle of the map. The scouting, of course, from that tower is not great. Because, well, as you can see, it's only the middle of the map. And the most important routes go through these thingies. So nobody's going to run all the way around over here if they can just run over here. So yeah, that tower, not really the best. Obviously, it would have been more useful for people if the tower was over here with a little bit of a ramp on both sides or something like that. Or, well, if you just put it over here. And then have 1 over here, 1 over here, 1 over here. And that would have provided way more scouting information, but that may be exactly why they didn't do that as the map designers. Because the map designers obviously want to have good games, and if you have too much scouting information, then it's not going to be a very fair game. But on the other hand, you can also see it as, well, you can have a struggle over who gets to keep that watchtower. And that's cool too. So especially with burrowed Zerglings and such available, and the Widow Mines available, you can definitely make it kind of a vision battle instead of, well, this. And yeah, he does get scouted now by this this watchtower, which is actually quite funny because I was just talking about how, well, it kind of doesn't make sense to do that, and then still they manage to do that. So one of the Widow Mines dies instantly. One of them, however, takes out a queen, or takes out a queen for the most part, and it is going to recharge. Yeah, he is going to have to build some kind of detection, because if this guy comes back up, he is going to kill someone else. And you don't want to lose 2 queens to a Widow Mine. Obviously, you shouldn't have ran in the Widow Mines that eagerly. It was a little bit too far forward, and it got shot because of that. Because even though the burrow time is like really short, I don't know how short, but it's like a second. So it's really short compared to, for example, the spine crawlers. Yeah, it still was too much. And well, this one even took some damage. Yeah, well, all in all, we have some Marines falling back. We have the Widow Mine still here. Wow! The shot actually went to the Queen instead of to the Zergling, which he was actually baiting it towards the Zergling. But that didn't actually work out for him. Man, almost losing another queen to nothing. And yeah, we will have some more defense going on. Yeah, he doesn't have any scouting information at the moment. He does have an Overlord over here, but the Overlord obviously doesn't see a whole lot. We do have a Viking that is going to take out whatever is going to scout this Widow Mine, which is probably going to be an Overseer. And Overseers, of course, not very good at at running away from a Viking. Well, they're good at running away from a Viking, but not dealing with a Viking. And the thingy, yeah, it goes down. He burrowed the Spore Crawler in range, and there was really nothing left to do. Anyhow, we do have the Banshee coming out, and the Banshee is going to get killed if it stays. Oh man, that was so much damage going down. Look at this, no production from the Zerg player at all. He is going to try an attack with all of his Zerglings. But no, well, no production coming out. That is very surprising, to say the least. Was he blocked, supply blocked? I really don't know. He might have been supply blocked because of that that Viking. The Viking was, of course, hunting around for Overlords, and yeah, it may have done very well there. 2 Widow Mines here, and the Widow Mines, oh, the splash goes off. The second one, however, dumps his rocket on a Zergling, so that's not really useful. But yeah, the attack is very successful for now. And it is going to take out a whole lot of SCVs here. Let's see, yeah, we are going to grab quite a few of them. And I'm wondering where the rest of the army is. Is there no army for the Terran player left? I guess there is nothing left for the Terran player. And yeah, the tank comes out, but it's just one tank. It doesn't have any protection. And obviously, yeah, this is done. I mean, this is too much damage to actually do something. Oh my god. One attack and just complete fail. Oh, lost so much. 34, 35 workers killed. And yeah, this is just not a good attack. Or not a good defense at all. I don't know what happened. He kind of went for too much technology, I think, because he has Ravens out, which is a pure technology unit. He had the upgrades going. He had all kinds of upgrades going. He had a Banshee. He had all kinds of Viking, all kinds of units that normally we don't see. Obviously, Banshees we see every now and then, but it's kind of a harass strategy, and you don't really go into a Raven then, because, well, that's just a lot of gas and minerals that you spend on units that don't actually defend your base. Because the Viking doesn't really defend your base, the Banshee won't defend your base, and the Raven won't defend your base. So all in all, yeah, it's not really a good setup. He lost the Banshee, by the way. And wow, now he lost 37 workers. Let's see the income, because the income is of course going to be way higher for the Zerg. But yeah, can he actually make up for that with a few of the mules? The mules are actually available, but he is keeping them, I guess, for scan. I don't know. He does have a Banshee out, so that, or sorry, a Raven out, so that he doesn't have to scan. But well, the Zergling's still here, still scouting around. And we are going to run into this Zerg base, the Widowmine's burrow, and well, not a whole lot happening there. The auto turret was actually a nice addition there, because the auto turret, well, requires people to actually attack it, and that means that you can't just run one Zergling in to take out those Widowmine shots. And yeah, that is something that well, really people or Terran players have to work with. They have to invent new ways to lure people into those Widow Mines. And look at this, the counterattack here, so strong. Why does he have such a strong army now? I guess the Zerg player really wasn't producing any more, well, good units to defend his bases. But there are so many hatcheries out that even if he takes one out, there's going to be a mass of other units coming out, and yeah, he's just going to rebuild his base, well, when it comes up. But the mining here is not even going to be disrupted that much, assuming that he does have the drones to mine there. And we are over here now. A little bit of ferrying with those medevacs, and the medevacs really doing a good job of keeping everyone alive, doing a lot of damage here with his own troops. And he's going to drop on the other base now again. And going to take out, well, maybe a few more Zerglings before he goes back. So yeah, keeping those alive, or well, again, just stimming them up, obviously, because stim pack is a really good thing to have. It really adds a lot of damage to your Marines and Marauders and such. And we are going to go over here, try to snipe some more drones, try to get the extractor apparently. Although the extractor isn't a very good target, obviously. But we are going to get the counterattack. And yeah, we do have some nice Marine and Marauder setup here. But there are the Banelings. No, he didn't get the supply depots raised. And wow, beautiful split. All of the Banelings suiciding on one Marine. And that is, of course, exactly what he would want out of that. Still has many Marines out of that, and so the Marines are still alive basically. And with all of these Marines still alive, I don't think the Zerg player can actually push this, because well, the Roaches, yeah, they're good against Marines, but they're not that good, so they will actually go down eventually. And wow, a nice defense. So finally we do have a good defense against an attack. And yeah, now the Zerg player in some trouble, because now, well, the workers killed, of course, still in the advantage of the red player, but the income will not be so different anymore. Well, it is a little bit of a difference, but with the mules there, he can actually make this work. Well, the mules are now out, so we should see the income rise, and there you see it, 1400 now against the 1500. So the 1500, of course, still more, and yeah, that's because it's Zerg. Zerg should have a higher income because it has a lot of suicide units. Well, units that you use as suicide units, so not just the Banelings. Wow, once again, nice splits on those Baneling, well, Baneling attacks. And he actually gets to keep quite a few of his Marines. And we now have a Hellbat out, which is basically the fire bat from Starcraft Brood War. And yeah, it is just a very good anti-light unit. Versus light, it does 30 damage, which is excellent against Zerglings. And of course, with this many Zerglings out, it is good to invest in something like that. So the Firebat was also just made for that. It was made for combating those Zerglings. And people use it exactly for that. So, hang on. We do have only one of these, I guess. Yeah, we really only have one of... Oh, no, two. We have two of these. Yeah, no upgrades on the the vehicle plating yet. He's going for the infantry armor. And the Hellbats are, of course, even though they get healed, sorry, by the medeffects, they are still, well, come on, mechanical units. So they are, yeah, vehicles basically. But they are light, so and biological and mechanical, so that's why they can be healed by these guys. And because you need to be a biological unit to get healed. Here is the big attack coming in from the Zerg, but is it going to be enough? He lost a lot of banelings there and going to lose some more. Not really getting enough done with those banelings, and his entire army is surrounded. The more banelings stream in. Is he going to be able to split his army? Oh, the army runs away. Oh, very nicely done. So many baneling shots and so little done. But he currently has a little bit too many of these medeffects. And yeah, too many medeffects with too small of an army might actually spell doom. But yeah, this is only a few Zerglings. So he's not really going to be worried too much about that. As long as there are no banelings attacking this, it should all be fine. And yeah, the roaches are going to do a great job here. The roaches, of course, because there are many roaches out now, they can actually do very well. And yeah, he is eventually going to pick off all of the roaches, but the roaches did quite a good job of whittling down this army. The few Zerglings coming out, he's really in trouble because he's not producing the right units against this composition. And I guess the composition is just too strong. It's Marines, Marauders and those Hellbats, and yeah, there's really nothing you can build against that except for a very varied army. Something that can take out anything, everything, and then you have to micro it correctly and make sure that you get the damage done on the correct units. But, well, once again, we see some of the Zerglings trying to get in. But does he have defense? No, there's no defense here, so he might actually lose a few more of his workers. But the workers are going to work for themselves, and they're going to try to take out these Zerglings. However, the Marines come up and actually save the day here. In the meantime, of course, we are still, well, just attacking this base. But look at the amount of multitasking. He actually defended his base while attacking. And that's exactly what we see in the pros and why they are so good at this game. And why they never lose to stupid things like 1DT in their base. Wow! Oh my god! So many overlords! Anyhow, it eventually went in the Terran's favor, which completely surprises me. Because he lost so many workers, still 76 versus 53, lost so many workers, but Hyun, our Zerg player here, just couldn't make it work. Wow, just wow. So, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.